Good day guys, coming here. Welcome back to Langrisser and news from the future featuring October to November hero. So on this part of video, we'll be featuring Michelle at rank 6. So this character is a new waifu for the Glory of Light. So her faction are from Reincarnation and Glory of Light thus far. And when her exclusive is out in the future, maybe they will give her and addition faction buff. So okay, before we carry on, let's look at this character design. And I know what you fanboys definitely gonna want. I definitely say she is a very cute character. Whoa, okay, look at her clothing design, it's so translucent. Okay, so how strong she is, let us go. So before we carry on, a very great thanks to information shared and provided by the Langrisser mobile and Monghua Monitan. So here we go. So yup, Michelle is a lady who dons on mechanical armor or magical armor, or in our current language, armor with AI and some magical skills of its own. So yup, her talent is called magical armor. So okay, let's go. Number 1, when you have one buff and above, increase attack and defense of Michelle by 20%. Number 2, after dealing damage to enemy, apply a layer of Scorch of Flame with the following effect. Well, either you call it Scorch of Flame or Scorch Flame or Scorching Flame, alright? So you gain the following effect. Number 1, AoE damage taken increased by 4%, can be stacked last 3 turns, and cannot be dispelled. So basically they didn't say how many stack it can go, but basically around maximum 3 layers, because the second effect, when 3 layers of Scorch Flame is stacked, deal 1 ring or 1 circle of fixed damage to allies around you and cause their remaining 30% to lose 30% of their HP and lose all Scorch Flame stacks. What? Did I read it right or wrong? Wait. Oh yeah, basically she's a double-edged sword, so you gotta be careful with her. So basically her talents will boost her attack and damage by a lot, but the side effect is that if your allies are very close or near her, they'll get burned. And so basically it's a double-edged sword. Sorry, let us re-summarize or recap again. So okay, when you have one buff and above, increase attack and defense by 20%. Number 2, after dealing damage to enemy, apply a layer of Scorch Flame with the following effect. Number 1, AoE damage taken increased by 4%, can be stacked up to 3 times, last 3 turns, cannot be dispelled. And number 2, when 3 layers of Scorch Flame is stacked, deal 1 ring or circle of fixed damage to allies around you with their remaining 30% HP, and then lose all Scorch Flame stack from Michelle. So okay, basically she is a high risk, high return character, so you definitely got to be careful on how you're gonna play with her. So okay, on her initial path or initial class, so she have this new exclusive skill. It's a support. So it's well, we gotta call it Kagebushin, which in our catchphrase here is magical armor substitute. It has a cast range of 2, a CD of 3, and a single target, and target again, target on itself. So as the following. Number 1, release a substitute at target location and special summon these skills. It will last for 2 turns. So you summon a substitute at the target location near her, because the cast range only 2 squares or tiles. So okay, it will last for 2 turns. Then number 2, after casting these skills, you can move 2 squares or tiles and then attack again. Oh, so it's an act again skills. Number 3, when you cast a straight line AoE skill, the substitute will cast the same skills. However, enemy can only be damaged once by the same skills. Number 4, there can only be one substitute on the field at the same time. And number 5, when casting these skills, buff count you have will not be reduced. Okay, now I see the potential with us. So basically, you can't have multiple damage stacks. However, you can increase the range or width of the skill you're casting. So alright, let's recap again. So this is definitely MVP skills, and it's only one cost skills if I'm correct. So magical armor substitute, cast range of 2, CD of 3, and a single target. So number 1, release a substitute at target location. It will last for 2 turns. Number 2, after casting these skills, you can move and act again and attack again. You can only move 2 squares or tiles and act again. Number 3, when you cast a straight line AoE skills, the substitute will cast the same skills. Enemy can only be damaged once by the same skills. Number 4, there can only be one substitute on the field at all times or at the same time. Then number 5, when casting these skills, buff count you have will not be reduced. So okay, definitely an MVP skills. Okay, then the second skill she has is O skills. Armor piercing, so attack a single enemy, do 1.5 times battle damage. After battle, reduce defense by 30%, lost for 2 turns. Then okay. Okay, first class, second path, so it's known as the fighter path or gladiator path. So okay, first path, second class. Reinforce, so all skills at the end of turn recover 20% of HP. Okay, then moving to second path, so it's known as the magical armor general Kai path. So okay, second path, second class, again it's the okay, just a defense skill is a passive. Again, it's an old skill. Sorry if I don't get the names right. So, when being attacked, and before going to battle, increase your defense by 5%. Lasts for a turn. Can be stacked. So, pretty useless, I guess. Okay, the third. So, the third class. So, okay, again, it's the new exclusive skill, so it is known as Burning Land. So yep, so it's active skills. Straight line AoE is a physical damage, has a CD of 1 and range of 6. Okay, so number 1 deals 0.27 damage times of damage to all enemies in a straight line. Number 2, if 3 or more enemies units are hit, reduce this skill CD by 1. Oh, basically it's a free built-in of clock effect. And okay, so for straight line AoE, 0.27 times damage is not bad. And if 3 or more enemies hit, reduce this CD by 1. Though it's gotta say it's pretty normal. It's basically for you to spam your skills, spam the skills while waiting for other skills to have their CD ready, because aside from dealing damage and reducing CD, it do not has other additional explosive or debuff effect. So yeah, okay, it's definitely going to be a staple effect, because to go with her magical armor substitute skills. Okay, second effect is Iron Helm. So passive, when being attacked by ranged attack, when going to battle, have a 25% chance to activate. Reduce damage, range damage taken by 50%. So, okay, now again all skills, so we skip. So now moving on, Swords Commander Path or Gladiator Commander Path. Okay, so Path 2. So you have the Shield Guard. Again, there's all skills when being attacked in close combat. Before going to battle, have 30% chance to trigger. Damage taken will reduce by 30%. Then moving to the third class, the Swords Fighter Commander Path or Swords Gladiator Path. Okay, so the first skill is Roar. Okay, attack a single enemy, deal 1.3 times damage. Before battle, dispel to buff from enemy and reduce their attack and intelligence by 20%. Last for a turn, so again old skills. So second skill, yep, new exclusive skills, Piercing Spike. So again, active skills, active physical skills is a straight line AoE, has a CD of 3, the range of 5. So compared to Burning Lens has a longer range of 6 squares or tiles, and Piercing Spike is only 5 squares or tiles, but it has more damage and effect. So right, here we go. Number 1, deal 0.33 times damage to all enemies in straight line. Number 2, cause position shifting effect. It will push all units hit to be pushed back by 2 squares or tiles. So okay, it's very straightforward, but it has a higher damage, 0.33 times, and it will push enemies back by 2 squares or tiles. Definitely a cool effect on PvP. It can go with a talent, so the damage is definitely not just 0.33 times. After increasing her attack and damage, then so the maximum of the stacks from a talent is 4 times 3 is going to be another 12 plus any 12%. I'm going to presume it's going to be 0.45 times. I'm not sure how you tabulate with the stacking, but this is just a rough estimation. Then okay, pushing enemy back 2 squares or tiles. And when we're talking about PvP, at PvP, as the turn move or push forward, the Scorching Flame behind will, is dealing a very fixed damage. Burn effect, instant kill, no one can counter that. So it's very good to be used during PvP match, especially towards end games where you try to push the enemy back into the flames, and also if they have break leg effect. So pretty good. So right, let's recap. Number 1, deal 0.33 times damage to all enemies in straight line. Number 2, cause position shifting effect. It will push all units hit by the skills to be pushed back 2 squares or tiles. So if you try to work it out with her substitutes, magical armor substitute skills, so you roughly can increase this skills range from 5 to 7. I'm going to go with a +2 because you can only cast the skills additional. Sorry, you get to move 2 squares again, so the maximum is +4. So okay, Burning Lens gonna get maximum of 10 range, and Piercing Spike's gonna get a 9 range. So that's pretty far and awesome. So and I mean right off the bat when you try to cast the skill, so it's pretty long. Then alright, so most of the skills are short, sweet and straightforward. I like it, though there is a big drawback as written from a talent. Take note. Okay, moving on to exclusive new skill. So basically it's a support, I presume. So magical armor, it's Slashing Flame Meteor Strike. So it's a straight line physical AoE. It's a CD, 5 turn CD, range 3. Sorry, this is not a support. My bad. So okay, it has both passive and active effect. Okay, there's a very nice 3C skill. So right, the CD is 5 turns, shooting range of 3 squares or tiles, and a straight line AoE. So passive number 1, when battling with enemies with flame scorch stacks, damage received will be reduced by 15%. Okay, pretty awesome. Active, so Number 1, deal 0.36 times physical damage to enemies in 3 straight lines. Oh, okay, this is very cool. Definitely gonna stack with her substitute. We will try out during the demo video to see if I'm right or wrong. So you're gonna get a 6 by 3 line. That's big. Okay, and then number 2, dispel 2 buff to enemies hit. Okay, the dispeller. So this is very cool. Number 3, if 3 or more enemies are hit, increase this skill's damage by increase crit by 60%. Then number 2, add a layer of flame scorch to enemies hit. And number 3, reduce the CD of the skills by 3. Whoa, okay, basically is okay, greatly reduced, so it will turn the CD of the skills to 5 turns. So pretty awesome. Okay, something, I'm not sure if I get it wrong. So okay, okay, definitely I'm gonna need to try it on my tearing during the demo. Sorry, because of the translations sound based on the wording, it sounds a bit weird. So just to confirm with her talent, so it says okay, when 3 flame scorch are stacked at the end of a turn, deal 1 ring to all allies and deal the fixed damage of 30%. I'm not sure if this refers to Michelle or the enemies. It refers to the enemy. Okay, this is definitely a very super duper great skills. However, if it's around Michelle, definitely it's not so great. So apologize if I get the translation wrong. We'll try it out during the demo play. And yep, we've come to the end. Remember to like and subscribe, and definitely hope my video helps. And sorry if I have some translation error. And thank you guys. If anything, leave it down in the comment sections below. We'll see you guys on the next Langrisser video featuring SPD Hato. This is Kami. See you guys and goodbye. Okay, look at how big the lens she's holding.